8:45. This is the Sri Lanka Broadcasting Corporation. Here is the news, edited by Catherine Pereira and read by Indrani Senanayake. The headlines. The National Building Research Organisation has issued a pre-landslide warning in the Ratnapura district. The State Minister for Tourism says that 2 million tourists are expected this year. The government dismisses hostage claims after SLAF helicopter crash in Central Africa. The country needs a national leader and not just a leader at this juncture. In foreign news, 12, including 2 Indians, dead after bus plunges into river in Nepal. The National Building Research Organisation has issued a pre-landslide warning in the Ratnapura district. It will be effective in the Imbulpe, Openaika and Balangoda Divisional Secretariat divisions in the district until 3 p.m. tomorrow. An earth slip was reported at the Varadolavatta estate in Badalkumbara today, the Disaster Management Centre said. However, 64 persons from 21 families have been evacuated from the area before the earth slip, according to the DMC. Tourism State Minister Diana Gamage predicts that the revitalization of the tourism industry in Sri Lanka will attract 2 million tourists this year, generating an estimated revenue of $6 billion. Additionally, she highlighted a substantial increase of 106% in tourist arrivals in 2023 compared to 2022. State Minister Diana Gamage made these remarks during a press conference held at the Presidential Media Centre under the theme Collective Path to a Stable Country yesterday. The State Minister further emphasised that the current revival in the country's tourism industry after a 3-year period is attributed to the successful measures implemented to promote tourism. The Ministry of Defence has vehemently refuted the reports that a group of Sri Lankans were taken hostage by the Al-Shabaab military group after a Sri Lankan Air Force helicopter crash landed in Somalia. An SLAF Mi-17 helicopter SMH-4417 engaged with United Nations peacekeeping forces crashed during its landing phase in the Central African Republic yesterday. In a statement, the Defence Ministry said the helicopter was on a routine cargo flight during a UN peacekeeping mission. 5 crew members and 1,200 kilograms of cargo were aboard the aircraft at the time of the incident. 2 members had sustained minor injuries. The Ministry of Defence further emphasised that the 5 crew members and the helicopter are safe with the Sri Lankan contingent in the Central African Republic. Meanwhile, an SALF-appointed panel of investigators are conducting a probe into the crash of the helicopter to determine the precise cause of the damage. The Defence Ministry urged the members of the public to not be misled by false information. This news comes to you from the Sri Lanka Broadcasting Corporation.
Your next generation digital banking partner, People's Bank.
We continue with local news. State Minister Ranjit Singh Balapitiya has rejected the statement made by parliamentarian Anura Kumar Disanayake, saying that the government has submitted a supplementary estimate with the commencement of the new year. The State Minister also emphasised that Mr. Disanayake should act in a responsible manner as a parliamentarian who has represented Parliament for more than 20 years. The supplementary estimate will be submitted to the Parliament during the month of March. Former Minister P. Harrison says that the country needs a national leader and not just a leader at this juncture. Only the present President Ranil Wickremesinghe appears to be a national leader. He made these remarks while addressing a district meeting of the UNP in the Galle Town Hall. Former parliamentarian Ashumara Singh stated that President Wickremesinghe will definitely win the forthcoming presidential election. Former Minister Akila Viraj Kariyavasim said that Mr. Wickremesinghe is the only leader who can obtain international support to solve the economic problems in the country. That ends the local segment of news.
Enjoy seamless shopping, open LCs, settle bills and transfer funds instantly, anywhere and anytime. With People's Bank Digital Solutions, you're empowered to do more, whenever and wherever you want. Unlock a world of modern banking conveniences with People's Bank, your next generation digital banking partner. People's Bank.
The main news story is brought to you by Sinhala.
The Railways Department has taken measures to operate a special train service on the upcountry line in view of the long weekend and school holidays. Accordingly, an express train will operate from the Colombo Fort Railway Station at 7:30 a.m. on the 25th and the 27th. A special train from Badula to Colombo will also operate on the 15th, 26th and 28th of this month and is scheduled at 7:45 in the morning. That was the main news story.
The main news story was brought to you by Sinhala.
This is Watchlight.
An extensive program will be implemented to nab traders who use fake weighing scales. It will be implemented by the Kayagala District Service of the Department of Weighing and Standards. 57 such traders who used fake weighing scales were apprehended during the raids conducted last year. That came to you in Watchlight.
Coming up, World News.
First, the headlines. 12, including 2 Indians, dead after bus plunges into a river in Nepal. Scientists assert alien mummies in Peru are really dolls made from earthly bones. Iran must tell Houthis to cease and desist, says Grant Shapps. The identities of only 8 deceased are known as of yet in the incident which took place overnight at Balubang on Friday late at night. At least 12 people have been confirmed dead, including 2 Indian nationals in a road accident in the Dang district of midwestern Nepal, the police confirmed. The identities of only 8 deceased are known as yet in the incident, which took place on Friday late at night. The passenger bus was en route to Kathmandu from Bankes, Nepal, Gunj, but it veered off the bridge and fell into the Rapti River. As per the police, an additional 22 passengers have sustained injuries in the bus accident. A pair of alien mummies that mysteriously turned up at the airport of Peru's capital last October have entirely earthly origins, according to a scientific analysis revealed yesterday. The 2 small specimens were described as humanoid dolls by experts at a press conference in Lima and likely fashioned from both human and animal parts. A separate 3-fingered hand, believed to be from Peru's Nazca region, was also analyzed, with experts ruling out any connection to alien life. They are not extraterrestrials. They are dolls made from animal bones from this planet joined together with modern synthetic glue, an archaeologist with Peru's Institute for Legal Medicine and Forensic Sciences said. The UK's Defence Secretary has told Iran to urge its proxies in the Middle East to cease and desist as the world is running out of patience. Grant Shapps singled out Yemen's Houthis and Lebanon's Hezbollah, both key allies of Tehran and supporters of Hamas. The UK joined the US in launching airstrikes against Houthi targets in Yemen overnight on Thursday. The Houthis have been attacking shipping in the Red Sea since November. The Iranian-backed political and military group, who control a large part of Yemen, claims to be targeting ships in response to Israel's attacks on Gaza. To end this bulletin of world news, the headlines again. 12, including 2 Indians, dead after bus plunges into river in Nepal. Scientists assert alien mummies in Peru are really dolls made from earthly bones. Iran must tell Houthis to cease and desist, says Grant Shapps. That ends this bulletin of world news.
Development News.
3 main development plans will be implemented by the Urban Development Authority and the Ministry of Housing at the end of this year. Information regarding these plans have already been gathered and will be implemented shortly. That was development news.
Moving on with sports news.
The Tiger Championship volleyball tournament commenced in Nepal today. It will be conducted until the 22nd of this month. The Army volleyball team will participate in this tournament representing Sri Lanka. The tournament has been organized by the Nepal volleyball team, and that was sports news.
Go ekatiyana youth ekata life eke change ekata niyameta set wenna as wahagena dagapuina habe karanna youth ekata niyameta set wenna friendship eka menna.
The all-new NSB Ithru account, NSB IM, a plan for your dream.
Business News, sponsored by National Savings Bank, the safest place for your money.
In a bid to enhance financial inclusivity and commemorate International Migrants' Day, the NDB Bank proudly unveils its latest offering, the NDB Remit Saver recently. This proposed bill savings account, designed to empower Sri Lankan migrant workers and their families, caters to the unique financial needs of those seeking employment overseas, those already working abroad, permanent resident migrants and their families residing in Sri Lanka. That came to you in Business News.
Business News, sponsored by National Savings Bank, the safest place for your money.
Go ekatiyana youth ekata life eke change ekata niyameta set wenna as wahagena dagapuina habe karanna youth ekata niyameta set wenna friendship eka menna.
The all-new NSB Ithru account, NSB IM, a plan for your dream.
On to economic news. Treasury bills valued at 95 billion rupees will be issued. It will expire in 91, 182 and 364 days. These bills can be purchased from all primary dealers and from licensed commercial banks. The auction will be conducted on Wednesday. That was economic news, and finally we take a look at the weather report.
Weather report.
A few showers may occur in the central and over provinces. Mainly fair weather will prevail in other areas of the island. Fairly strong winds of about 30 to 40 kilometers per hour can be expected at times in the over, central and northwestern provinces and in the Ampara, Hambantota and Kerala districts. Misty conditions can be expected at some places in the Sabaragamuwa and central provinces and in the Galle and Matara districts during the morning hours. To end tonight's news broadcast, we take a look at the headlines once again. The National Building Research Organisation has issued a pre-landslide warning in the Ratnapura district. The State Minister for Tourism says that 2 million tourists are expected this year. The government dismisses hostage claims after SLAF helicopter crash in Central Africa. The country needs a national leader and not just a leader at this juncture. In foreign news, 12, including 2 Indians, dead after bus plunges into river in Nepal. That ends tonight's news broadcast. The time reads 2 minutes to 9 o'clock. This is Radio Sri Lanka.
Here's important news from the State Pharmaceuticals Corporation. All Rajya Sasal outlets of the SPC gives a 5% discount for medicines on prescription for senior citizens above 55 years, children under 5 years and pregnant mothers. SPC provides high quality, safe, efficacious medicinal drugs at affordable prices. The State Pharmaceuticals Corporation of Sri Lanka. Your health is our concern.
You're with Radio Sri Lanka on 97.4 and 97.6 FM.
This is my only favorite station, playing the best songs on the radio.
You're with Radio Sri Lanka on 97.4 and 97.6 FM.
Thank you for always tuning in. Here's another one of your favorite tunes. Stay stuck. Love your radio. Love your music. This is the best thing on your radio. My one and only.
On 97.4 and 97.6 FM.
radio wherever you are. Radio Sri Lanka. Radio Sri Lanka, the station for the nation.
And the time moves to precisely 9 p.m. We warmly welcome you to this evening's Family Choice. Of course, I have Indrani Senanayaka sitting right beside me. Good evening to you, Indrani.
A very good evening to you, and we hope that you are fine. Well, you look fine because there's a broad smile on your face.
Well, I am fine. Thank you so much, Indrani.
That's very, very good.
Hope you're doing well too.
I'm fine. Yes, indeed, I am fine. Doing really well. Thank you.